104.1 KRBE.
Let's go. Good morning.
The Roula and Ryan Show.
With Eric. It's about to get all stupid up in here.
Hey, sleepyhead.
Featuring Special K.
Nobody asked you, Kevin.
And Sam.
You've waited long enough. How the heck do you pronounce this woman's name?
Roula.
Macaroni cheese hot dog.
Ryan.
I am the worst DJ ever.
With Eric.
We're the champions of the world.
104.1 KRBE.
Good morning, Houston, Texas. It's Thursday, April the 3rd of 2025, and it's Thursday with the gang. Ruler, Ryan, Eric, Special K, and Sam. Tomorrow's Friday, y'all. Yay!
Yay.
Although, do you guys feel like this is one of those weeks where you don't know what day it is, and you feel like it should already be Friday? Like yesterday, my niece was like, "It says Tuesday, right?" I go, "No." Tomorrow's Thursday. Don't shortchange us.
Yeah.
She goes, wow, I lived my whole day thinking it was Tuesday. And I was like, no, it's Wednesday.
Yeah, she went to school for 2 days.
Well, no, we didn't go to school. I was with my niece yesterday. She didn't do school. We went to Texas A&M to
I got to hear
visit
about
the
that.
campus. I know. I had to leave the show just the last break. I had to bail out to get ready for the road trip to College Station. Y'all, as a Houstonian who has a lot of friends who've gone to Texas A&M, I've never been to the campus in my life until yesterday.
Yeah, why would you go?
I don't know. Like sometimes you think like maybe
You go to party, duh,
you
Kev.
have friends that
Far.
invited you to a game or
Or when
I
you're
don't
like
know.
19, one of your friends or at college. You
Yeah,
think
no,
one
that
of your
didn't
friends-
happen. That didn't happen.
But you're in SMU, so maybe you
Well,
don't
yeah, and then when I came back for U of H, I didn't have any. Actually, nobody in my immediate circle went to A&M. We have a lot of people in the secondary circle and like the family circle that went to A&M, but I don't have anybody of my main group that went to A&M when I was at University of Houston. And so my niece is a junior in high school. So we went for the tour and, yeah. I got to give Jayla a shout out. Jayla was our tour guide. And I asked her, where are you from, Jayla? And she said, oh, I'm from a really tiny town. Nobody even knows it. I asked her 3 times what it was called. It's a town of 3,000 people.
It didn't
Her
stick.
mom's on the city council. Her dad's on the city council. Her mom is on the school board. It's a very small,
It
like
was
Sandburn
I
or
don't
something.
need to put that in my head. Piper?
No, don't know it. It's 2 words. Like I'd say Sandban if you quiz me right now. I don't know.
Sandwood?
No. It was 2 words.
Haven?
No. You never heard of it. I said, what's the closest town? Like if you're listening to the radio, what's the closest town? And she said, radio stations
town?
were like Waco. I said, okay, funny how you didn't funnel into Baylor. And she said, yeah, there were 47 people in her graduating high school class.
Holy smokes.
It's a very small town.
Very small.
Tiny.
And she was saying how her parents' parents were born there, and her parents met in college, and they raised her there. But they told her, "You don't need to come back here.
Yeah.
You go do something bigger than this."
Aw.
Even though they love their town,
That's good.
But she's graduating A&M, and she's going to go to law school.
Now, Rula, when you
Law
went
school.
to College Station, you didn't happen to go by the Dixie Chicken, did you?
I did not see it, but College Station is it's real city like.
Yeah. Yeah.
But Dixie
Why
Chicken.
was my impression of College Station like smaller town? It looks just like Cypress. It looks just like Friendswood.
We're the United States
It
of
looks just like-
Generica. You
Yeah,
got the
no.
same stuff everywhere.
I mean,
Right.
if I was going to
You
go,
get KRB for a little bit, and then a certain area you cross over. Is it Bryant? Which one is it? Which
Candy?
Which city is it
oh,
that
Brian.
you can't get KRB?
Oh, I don't know.
College Station, or is it Brian?
I
I have friends, I forget
don't
it.
know.
Whenever I drive close to their house, whoop, there goes KRB, it's gone.
See, I just know enough about A&M because my brother graduated from there. And that was the only time I ever went was for his graduation ceremony. It's the only
Which
time
looks
I was
totally
on
different now because it was
campus.
probably was it in the stadium? Because now Kyle Field is
It was 20
huge.
years ago.
Yeah.
But I know that the reason I brought up the Dixie Chicken, it's an institution. It's a bar, restaurant. It's been there for 50 years.
I mean, I've heard of it over the
And
years of being a Houstonian. I
They
never
just
went there.
posted this. It is with a heavy heart. We announced for the first time in 45 years, the Dixie Chicken is closing until further notice. They're shutting their doors.
Oh, man.
That's like a big deal
Is
for
that for
Aggies.
renovations or somebody else is going to take it over?
I don't know.
Wasn't popular anymore?
I don't know. But every college town has got that institution bar, you know?
Yeah.
Like for me, when I went to SFA, it was Crossroads, which is long gone. They tore it down 20 years ago. But every town's got one of those. Every college town.
Into the
Not
Dixie
Houston.
Chicken.
I think Houston does.
And
That's true.
I'm not going to say what year it was. But I walked into it for the first time, and I had on Janko jeans.
Okay.
That did not cross over at A&M.
Wow.
That
Because it was
whole
8 years ago.
that whole outfit, yeah.
Yeah,
now,
because
were
those
they
are
like
dated.
torn in a weird
Yeah,
way,
Kev.
or what made everybody like, oh
we
God?
left them.
They
no.
stopped the music and stared
it
at
was,
you when you
I
opened
felt
the door?
like the music did stop because
Fellas.
it was real country to me.
It is.
especially since I had only been in Texas for probably like a couple months. And then I was like, all right, well, at least I got to try it. It was an institution. It's where people dunk their rings.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday. I
so-
understood what that was at the store.
Basically, when you get your ring, you dunk it in a pitcher of beer and you down the pitcher of beer.
And they
it's
give
nice
you a
and
poncho. Because yesterday the sale was free ring balloon with your pitcher purchase. And the purchase had a poncho.
Oh my
There's a
god.
poncho in the pitcher.
You do
so
not
that,
get a poncho.
Yeah, because how are you going to drink that whole pitcher?
Yeah.
You
It's
man
gonna
up.
spill on you.
It's going to be a mess.
That's crazy,
Jug.
Eric. Okay, you were saying, Kevin, sorry. But I did see the picture you're
That's a
talking about. They
bucket
even engrave
challenge.
it. Okay.
But then I got to go to their fire school, and it was the coolest thing ever. They have an actual ship in the middle of A&M that they set afire, and you learn how to put all that out.
Wow.
I'm sure firefighter Ross has done stuff up there too, but it's an incredible spot, and I hope that she gets an opportunity to go there. It's a lot of cool stuff going on up there.
Okay, can I tell you guys the awkward moment? So when you're going to go do a college tour, I mean, I haven't done a college tour since I was in college, shopping for schools. And, obviously these are seniors who are going to be alumni. They have been living the culture of the school for 3+ years. And I mean, listen, I'm a Houstonian, but I don't know all the rules of being an Aggie. I don't know who can whoop and who can't, how you do it, and when you do it, right?
Juniors and seniors only, please.
I heard you were
Okay.
just walking around the campus just doing that. No?
No, listen. So
With your gun
when
out.
we
Go
went
do
to the
push-ups.
dorms, when we went to the dorms, okay, let me just set it up. Like, you know, on Instagram and TikTok, you see these reels where the person is blinking and you just hear the blinking like it's you're wiping a window, it's like, meow, 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 like that. The window blink, like the eyeball blinks. Okay, so it was maybe like 8 of us. And we're going to go see this dorm. So she had said, oh, hi, everybody. I'm so-and-so, and I'm going to give you the tour of the dorm. And we're kind of standing like in a semicircle in front of her in the lobby of this dorm so she can tell us the situation. And she introduces herself and says she's a senior and blah, 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 whatever. And she does the little thing with the whoop with the gun coming out of your ankle sock or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's what it looks like, right?
Kind of. You're just kind of pulling it from your knee. You pull it from your knee, and then you hike your knee, and then you...
she
Like
was
those
like-
cop movies in the 80s where the detective has an extra gun.
The ankle holster.
Well, I think that maybe she was expecting somebody to know what that was because maybe the reaction would have been a bigger deal because she said she was like the loudest. God, I wish I remember the phrasing she used. My niece has to text me. I'm the loudest card carrying blah 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 blah. Like, you know, like hyped up member of A&M, and then she does the thing with the gun out of her leg, and she does the whoop, and everyone's just looking at her with the blinks.
like, what is this?
And
lady
I didn't know if we were supposed to
doing?
react or not. Like, oh yeah, wow, nice. Like, we're
Doing
just a
these
clap.
tours,
I don't know.
I would recommend one thing.
Oh, yeah. What?
I don't know. Go, woohoo! I don't know.
Whenever you do these, try and tape as much as you can. It was 6 years ago that I was doing this with my daughter. We flew all over the country. She got accepted all these different colleges, universities, and you can't remember. So it's always good to take notes. It's always good to like record, and that way,
Yeah, but
when-
kids have a feeling.
Yeah, definitely have the feeling. You know what's number
no
one, what's
offense,
number
Daddy
two.
Warbucks, but most people can't afford to go to 40.
Yeah, it's like 2
she
schools.
was accepted.
They're
on,
going to 2.
No, but you don't.
She was accepted on scholarships.
But
That's
you can't.
how.
People can only pick a few to drive to and fly to.
No,
They're
we
not.
did. We
you
did
can't
like
go to,
we
like
did.
all those like you did.
Her mom did 4, and I did 4.
That's a lot.
I'm just
That's
saying
8
that
schools.
most people could only
I did
spend the
3
time or
total.
leave school to go
Yeah, I
like 2 or
did
3.
I did 3 total.
Yep.
Yeah.
So anyway, it was very nice, and the campus is huge. And the admissions person told me that right now today there are 80,000 students on that campus. I said, hold on, wait, 80,000. Wait, what now? That's like with online people, right? He's like, no, like right here on the campus, it's 80,000.
Does that count Blinn too, or
I did not ask that question, but he said right now on the
Oh, the
campus,
population
80,000.
of Blinn.
Because there's a Blinn
that's in
program
Brenham.
where you are a
Brenham, or is it
freshman.
there
It's in
too?
Bryan.
Blinn is in Brenham.
I thought it was
they-
Brian.
Well, whatever it is.
I thought
didn't-
they wanted close by because his kids.
Do they have one there? They have more than one Blinn?
Yeah, there's more than one campus, he said.
Oh, okay.
And there's a program where you are a freshman at A&M, but half your courses are at Blinn. And that's how you get in. There's like 6 different ways to get into A&M. It's
Well,
not
it's
just
smart
like,
for them
hey, I
because
got the email and I'm in.
Kids that can't get into go to there right away, and they can still say they're going to A&M.
Well, because there's a program that you are an Aggie, but you're at Blinn
Okay.
half the time.
yeah,
Got you an answer
So
here.
anyway.
just a couple
So
of them, right?
Blinn, their main campus is in Brenham, but they also have campuses in Bryan, Schulenburg, Sealy, and Waller.
Right. So I learned
Blinn
a lot.
is the original
Yeah,
campus.
About the Aggies
The
yesterday.
Brenham
I mean,
one.
Brenham
one,
and
yeah.
Blinn, yeah.
I learned a lot about Texas A&M yesterday. So Jayla, Shout out to you. You are a great tour guide. She really knows her
Don't know
stuff.
where you live. People are trying to guess it now, the name of it.
I have to, when my niece wakes up, I'm going to ask her, do you remember the name of the small town? It only has 3,000 people.
Wow.
And her graduating class was 47. So for her to be in the top 10%, she had to be one of 4 kids. That's what's hard about small classes. Top 10%, 4 kids. Crazy, right?
If your niece ends up going and she wants to learn about all the traditions, you can go to what's called fish camp.
Yeah.
Well, they have to go, right? Every kid I talked to.
That you really? You have to go?
They want to go, I guess, most likely.
Yeah, they probably want to go.
Pumped up, you want to go to it.
Yeah, and you learn how to do all those whoops and who's allowed to and who's not allowed to.
Hey, Ryan, somebody thinks that's an April Fool's headline about Dixie Chicken.
Dixie Chicken?
Somebody said, did Ryan get April Fooled? I don't think the chicken is closing.
Well, see, look,
Years ago, I know it closed because I'm reading the
here's
roof
the date.
collapses and stuff. But
Here's the date. Published March 23rd.
what year?
Now he just thought the year 22.
No, I came
There are a
across...
bunch of years that
2020.
say,
Oh, crap. It may be an April Fool's. I don't know.
well, there's a lot of people saying like in 2020 it happened.
It happened in 2020. I remember that. Hang on.
no.
I'm trying to...
Clickbait. Ryan, we can't be trusted. You can't be trusted.
You know we have microphones. We can't.
Oh, I know.
trusted.
Here, I'm DixieChicken.com.
Oh, my God. Let's move along. We got to get this train out of the
Guys,
station.
you guys hear about all McDonald's closed all over the country?
Oh, the McDonald's.
Did you hear they're all turning into Elsa's Frozen Castle? They're going to turn into that. Yeah, Elsa's Frozen Castle.
Tradition since
That's what we're gonna do.
1974.
All right, today, coming up next in Scoop, Kelly Clarkson. I don't know why the Twitterverse or Xverse, I guess it's called now, was like, where's Kelly Clarkson? Why does she have so many people sitting in for her talk show? Well, I mean, West Spring Break and she has 2 kids.
She'd probably like to hang out with her family.
Doesn't Jimmy Kimmel do that for the whole summer?
Good
Well,
point.
now there's less speculation. Is her show ending because her contract is over? What's going on with that?
I wonder who planted this story.
Did this one come out on April 1st as
Yeah.
well?
Let's
gonna
go to the
open
I
weather.
think I may have gotten April Fool's there.
Bamboozled.
Yeah.
So that was a bamboozle.
Yeah, I think so. But
Is the
looks
weather
official.
report a bamboozle?
No, now this, according to my iPhone, it looks like it's going to be a really pretty morning, but it's going to get hot today and windy. It should be high near 90, y'all. It's going to be like 89 degrees. Right now, 76 degrees and 612 on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Time for your daily scoop. Celebrity Scoop.
KRBE's Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
It's brought to you by Taqueria Arandas. And don't forget today, between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m., Kendrick Lamar and SZA tickets are up for grabs. They're going to be here April 23rd, NRG Stadium. Now, I've not seen a show in a long time outside of the rodeo at NRG. What's the last show? I guess it was Eras Tour. Sound was great for that, but I wonder how they're going to do that setup. They're going to be in
I think the only concert I've ever seen at NRG outside of rodeo was with Eric when we saw Guns N' Roses. And that sound was really good.
Yeah, that really was good. I saw NSYNC
But maybe just
there.
because we were just so hyped to see him.
Yeah.
Like he could just forgive anything.
But they did have
Right.
state-of-the-art sound. I mean,
'Cause, I mean, he's not hitting what he did back in the
oh, no.
early 90s, late 80s. I bet.
Welcome to the jungle. Okay.
Somebody actually released his dry vocal tracks performing live, and it's like, oh,
Well, that's just not fair. Isn't he like 60 years
bad.
old now?
It's bad.
Whatever.
Oh, he's more than that.
Oh,
Yeah.
who cares? No, please, give me a break. I'm not
Some
gonna
people-
shame,
hey, look.
I'm not going to shame Axl Rose for not sounding like he did when he was 21.
Some people can sing. Look
That's
at
true, Billy Joel can.
Pavarotti. I mean, that man sang into his 70s. Yeah.
Yeah, Andre Bocelli's amazing.
If
Oh my
you treat
God,
your
he's
voice right, you can keep singing.
Well, let me tell you who can sing anything she wants, anytime, and people will listen to it. That is Kelly Clarkson. People, Kelly Clarkson could sing you anything, and you will not mind that. The girl, I've never heard her sing something that didn't hit right. She actually makes some of the songs better. So she's doing a Vegas. Your heads up, Kevin, like you have a different opinion.
Yeah, she covered Depeche Mode one time, and I was like, oh,
Oh, you didn't like it.
I feel like
On karaoke?
yeah.
Yeah, if you're a fan of that group and then she covers it, you're
Yeah.
like, but if you're not, like,
But did she reimagine it in a different way, or did she do Enjoy the Silence like they do, or what song was it?
It was very similar to how they do it.
the one is that's getting a lot of TikTok
Traction.
traction right now is she does the outfield.
Yes.
Josie's on a vacation far
Pull that one up, Sam.
away.
Find-
Because she does a
Find
wink.
karaoke.
What was her name?
Whitney Cummings.
Whitney Cummings was on the show saying, "You are making women leave their husbands." And then I didn't see the actual clip of karaoke, but she was talking about how because Kelly says she always does a wink during karaoke.
That's
And
one
some
of those
people don't
songs.
notice it and some people do.
It's just that beginning that just catches you. That fun song.
About Josie being on a vacation far away.
Yeah.
Yep.
Unfortunately, that lead singer just passed away. I think it was
Kelly, there you go.
2 years ago.
If she's leaving her show.
Well, Kelly's doing a Vegas residency. Once again, she announced that. We don't have the timeline of how long she'll be doing that for, but recently she's had a lot of guest hosts filling in for her on her show. And then was like, where's Kelly Clarkson? Well, it was really during spring break that I noticed it. And I was like, well, it's spring break and she's got 2 kids who are 8 and 10. They're probably on vacation. It was very famous. It was a very notorious fight in this divorce between her and her ex, Brendan Blackstock. He was asking for a lot, and she did not hold back. When she was doing her Vegas residency, when it finally got settled, she was singing to the crowd and being very open and like giving the middle finger about him, singing about him and what he took and what he wanted and how he dragged it out for the money, because she makes $1.9 million a month, and he was making $10,000 a month. So he was in a dogfight.
I mean, he's
the
used to
money.
that lifestyle. He should get some.
But it's kind of unfair.
If it's the other way around. If it was a man making 1.9 and they were married, people would be like, oh, she needs to get a lot too. She needs to.
Absolutely. But it's kind of unfair because she has got a platform. He's not famous. She is.
Well, here's the drama about that. And to your point, Eric, if we didn't know any negative press about him, I'd say sure, whatever. The negative press about Brandon was that he was double dipping on her earnings of like Wayfair and the Kelly Clarkson show and making deals for himself where he was getting cuts of her
I
pie.
didn't know that, or
before she
or
realized.
if it's even true.
Right.
Yeah.
Who knows?
So-
People
Who can you
when
believe?
if I'm making $2 million a month, I can afford to have PR spin it to make you look like crap, no matter what.
You're right.
Maybe you took Wayfair just from our account, and it's not even as big as you think. Who knows? Well, we don't know it's the truth.
Or the
But
opposite.
Everybody's
the
going to
opposite is
side.
Unless it has court
with-
dates.
Right.
They're going to side with the
Well,
celebrity.
that was part of the court
That's what I'm
dates.
saying. If it's
that
court,
was
then
part of
you
the
got
court
proof,
papers.
then.
Because that's why she was so mad. Because she was like, he was making side deals.
Because he's supposed to be
that
the
she
manager, right?
Didn't
Is that-
know, yeah. But your manager's supposed to trust your manager, especially if it's your husband, that he's not going to put something in for himself and not even tell you.
Which is weird because you're
Exactly.
You're
a couple.
Yeah.
So her,
it's one
income-
communal pot. It
Yeah.
should be.
Her income from The Voice and Kelly Clarkson's show makes her $1.9 million a month, according to the court documents in January of 25 when the story was listed about her net worth, because her net worth is estimated at $50 million, but that's post-divorce to Brandon Blackstock. So they fought over that Montana ranch for a long time and other stuff. Anyway, she said that she has to keep herself very busy because if not, she said, I get really bored with the monotony and I can't stand to do the same thing. I used to suffer from depression. I could easily slip back into that if I wasn't steadily paying attention to time management. With all the things that I do, I definitely need time for me. And all these activities that she does keep her grounded and thankful for all she has. And this new residency is coming up. There's word she might do a karaoke tour. People are really pressing for her to do a karaoke
It's
tour.
all just covers.
Yeah,
It'd be fun.
because she's so good. And think about it. Every show, she could do like a section of like 3 songs that city picked right then and there. Because she can do so much stuff off the cuff. And she's done so many songs. I bet if we were in the audience, I said, okay, text at the beginning of the show. 7 o'clock, you're going to text.
Maybe
You have 20
not,
minutes of text.
because-
And we're going to put 2 songs that y'all picked.
Well, if the band knows it.
Yeah, because concerts now, it's all computerized. The lighting is all synced
Yeah, but for
with
her,
the song.
For that, she just make it simple.
Right, exactly. Like the
strip
way
it down.
Taylor made it simple when she did the surprise song every era.
Did you want to hear her? Sam's got it.
Yeah, I
Do you
want to
wanna
hear.
the
Do
beginning?
you have the Kelly or a real
The
person?
Kelly.
Kelly?
Oh, I want to hear it. Yeah.
Josie's on a vacation far away. Come around and talk it over. So many things that I wanna say. You know I like my girls a little bit older.
That's where she winked.
I just wanna use your love tonight. I don't wanna lose your love tonight.
Wow.
I ain't got many friends left to talk to.
I mean, it's very safe and
Yeah, homogenized.
But to me, it's good. It brings back if you're young, you're
And you've
14
never
or
heard the song
18,
ever.
You go, oh, what's that song?
Exposes
Right.
it to a new audience.
Yeah.
So the wink happened when he says, I like my girls a little older. Because when Whitney Cummings was telling her, all these women are leaving their husbands, hoping that you're going to jump for them. And she goes, well, I mean, if I was a lesbian, I'd go for an older woman. I guess. That's what I'll do. So anyway, no word on that she's leaving her show. But her contract with NBC is up next year. And some people say, well, she could spend more time living where she wants to live with her kids while she's raising her kids at this time where they're 8 and 10.
How
and
has
enjoy
that
them more.
show done? Like, is it anywhere near Oprah numbers? Or
I mean, nobody's going to be like that anymore.
It is impossible to get those numbers, but I feel like for the exposure on digital media,
And she
it
gets more
comes
than
through
Drew.
a lot.
I think she gets more than Jennifer Hudson and Drew.
That's for
even Jennifer
sure.
Hudson's show. I never see clips of the show. I just see the star or the guest walking down the aisle, and all the interns and the producers are singing. It's Ryan.
I've never seen that.
Ryan. And
Yeah,
then
I've never
they start
seen that
dancing.
either.
That's all I see. I'm like,
Huh.
I've never seen her show, but I just see the person.
It's interesting.
They have
I
a silly
was-
little song for whoever comes.
That's cool.
Well, I
How
think
it's set
Kelly
up?
for sure is number one. For sure, the number one talk show for sure.
I would assume.
I would say Drew has gained a lot of
About
momentum
Tamara?
because I think for a while.
Hall.
Tamron Hall is
Tamron?
not getting exposure like Kelly Clarkson. I do not see Tamron
I
Hall
don't see that one
clips
anymore.
at all digital media. Drew has definitely stepped up the digital game to make herself more relevant, but I thought she was going to kind of go by the wayside until she started doing like this behind the desk stuff with Ross. And then the thing that really got her on the radar was when she was too close to Oprah for too long.
Yes.
Yeah.
And everyone's talking about how
Boundaries?
close it is. Oprah and the couch, man. There's two iconic couch moments. Tom Cruise and Oprah, Drew and Oprah. And then the J had stuff. I don't know, like to Eric's point, and to your point, Sam, you don't really see a lot of that stuff, and Eric only sees that backstage stuff.
Yeah.
People don't watch talk shows anymore, guys. They're just not watching
They
them.
watch the clips.
Well, it's always hard during the day anyway. Most people miss it.
Right. Thank
Your
God
work.
they have the
DVR.
highlights. We got the highlights.
Yeah.
The
I don't
highlights.
want DVR and stuff anymore.
I haven't
just
looked in
go
my
to Hulu or
DVR
something.
I would say I don't even know
years.
how
I mean,
to
there's
do that.
The old days we'd DVR everything because that's the
Yeah.
only way we could do it.
Yeah, isn't that weird? Now I don't know
now
how
it's
to
all
find it.
on demand.
I'm like,
I have
wait, where's
no
the
idea.
record button on here? I don't even know. I just have my Samsung remote, and there's like not many choices. It's an up and down and a side to side. That's all I can do.
Keep it simple.
And that's really, I can't, there's no button, there's no numbers on it.
Oh,
Isn't that
really?
weird? There's no numbers on my Samsung remote.
Really?
Yeah, I have a
Yeah, some of
black
it's like
one,
a
I have
little
white
stick.
one.
It's got a little
like a little
stick.
stick.
Oh, I have the Fire Stick one that doesn't have numbers, but my main TV has numbers.
Yeah.
But that's how the
Yeah, but I
Apple
have to turn
TV
mine on
remote
with
is
the
too.
Samsung.
Yeah, Apple
remote.
TV just
It's just this tiny little, it looks like the size of an iPod Shuffle, and it's really not very user friendly.
I'd like
will
to
warn
say
you.
though, for streaming service, whoever invented the QR codes on there so you could put your password in.
Oh, yeah, with your
Oh, yeah.
phone.
Remember like just a few
Epic.
years ago you had to go in there and type.
so difficult.
Oh, I have to go ding 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 ding, go back for your email. And that took forever.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's just you want to use your phone to do it? Hell yeah.
QR
I'm like, I
code.
don't remember my password. Hell, move over, Cheryl. I don't know it. I don't know what's going on. All right, let me throw this one your way. We are living in Houston, Texas, which has fantastic, phenomenal food. We have lots of restaurants. When you are done with your meal and you did not eat it all, and you say, I should probably take this home, what happens to it when you get it home? We're going to talk about this because I want to quiz all of you. I just want to poll all of you guys in the room because I think our intention is good. But
Does
America
it go to
has
the
spoken.
island of misfit
And
food?
I have a question for you guys too. I was invited to have lunch yesterday with somebody, and something happened at this lunch
Oh,
that I was like, I don't know
playing
if this
footsie
is,
under the table.
No, I don't know if this is the right etiquette for when you're invited to lunch.
Oh.
Okay, let's hear it. That's always
And it was a great
awkward and
lunch.
good.
You had
But
to
just
pay.
just the very beginning, there's a few things
If
that happen.
Eric is questioning etiquette, you know it's got to be bad.
That's what the thing is.
Eric does not pay attention to etiquette.
Yeah, I would usually don't give a crap.
Let's hear it next on the Rule and Ryan Show with Eric.
It's KRBE. Turn it up. With more of the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
Okay, if you have gone out to eat in this city in the last, let's say even 4 days,
Okay.
I'm going to guess, depending on what you ordered, you maybe didn't finish it all. And somebody in your party was like, I'm going to take this home. 51% of us do that. There's
That would be
actual
Special
study.
K in our group.
Oh,
You're,
yeah.
you're the
There's
leftover.
nothing wrong with taking.
No, I
there's nothing
know,
wrong with not being
I'm
able to
not.
finish it, especially
No, but
because some of the
you
portions are
you
so
like the
big.
leftovers, don't you, Kev?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I don't like to stop for lunch on my way home. I just like to have it when I get home and just toss it in the toaster.
But he kicks it up a
oven.
notch. He takes it from other tables.
No.
Are you gonna eat that? Why is it just sitting there?
It does.
51% of people
sees it.
will definitely take leftovers home. And, you know, I'm in that percentage that I get the leftover home, and depending on what it is, it just kind of sits in the
Well, it
fridge. And
depends
I'm like,
if
oh, we
you forget-
throwing this away.
If you're going somewhere after that dinner, then no.
Oh, yeah, you can't take it home.
You can't.
How many
But if I-
Ubers? How many people that drive Lyft and Uber like get that food left in the car. People forget. You put the bag down.
Just like when you forget on the table, Eric. How many times have you gone somewhere and you asked for the to-go box,
Definitely.
and you walk out of the restaurant with the stupid bag?
I did that
I
the
feel
other night.
embarrassed. Like
Totally.
embarrassed.
Because then you're like, oh my God. Like I've gotten back one time to the table because I was at the front of the restaurant. I go, oh no, the bag. And then I go back and the bussers had already cleared the table. So I was like, oh well, there goes that. I mean, you know that went to the trash. So you're not gonna be like,
Oh,
that was half of my
dang.
fajita meal.
Yeah.
Can you please replace that?
Because sometimes you like only plan to eat half the meal
Yes.
and you're going to take the
that's the
rest of it
worst.
Yes.
home and then
You forget.
Well, 12% of people
Dang it.
do not take leftovers home from restaurants. They just will not do it. And I don't know if that's odd or not.
If it's too
Because-
small, like a steak, like if it's only like 2 bites.
Yeah,
I'm
there's
like,
Yeah,
like
that's
a bite
not
left.
well, yeah, but like if it was like half of it.
Yeah,
yeah,
'cause,
then yeah.
you know, when I was in my best Weight Watcher days, the lady who would do the meetings, I was like, as soon as your food hits the table, just ask for a to-go box, and you just take half whatever's on that plate and put it in that box and get it out of your plate, so you can just eat the leftover. The leftover on the plate is all you're going to see, and then you feel like you finished it all. That one hit hard for me in that meeting.
That's
As you can
kind
tell.
of it's smart though.
Yeah, you really remember that one.
I really remember that one.
All right, everyone, you take
I
your
visualize
hamburger,
that.
you smell it 4 times,
I used to
and then
just
you
smell
put it
your food
away,
diet too.
and don't eat it.
And then I booked the 500 diets. I had the smell your food diet. I would just smell the
Now,
food.
did you ever smell it 4 times and then eat celery? Or,
No.
or eat, like eat
No.
something
Oh,
else
gosh.
that's healthy or something?
Yeah.
No, I'm going to go on a tangent now. There was a diet that I went on that you could not have any kind of fats or oils. You could not have any kind. It was called the Fat Flush Plan. And it really does work if you stick to it, but you can't live like that. Anyway, I could not eat so many things, and I was like, "Oh my God, that looks so good." So I would like take a giant inhale of it, and I was like, "Okay, that's good." This is real life as a woman.
That's it. You just smell the food.
I would smell the
Sex
food.
and the City, didn't they have one where
Sam's
they-
eyes are bugging out. Sam, come on.
I
Clearly,
did-
I'm talking to a girl who did not have any weight problems then.
No, I dieted. I know.
I mean, every
shouldn't
girl will
have,
diet
but-
no matter
yeah.
how you look. You just,
But I didn't
that's
do
your
that.
own thing, right?
I did this like it was called like the military diet, where
Okay.
you would eat like saltine crackers only, and then it was the stupidest thing ever. I think I had like
Bloody
a
healthy.
saltine cracker.
Uh-huh.
I had like a tablespoon of peanut butter and like an apple, and that's like what you would eat throughout
All
the
day?
day.
That
That's
sounds
it.
like a Devil Wears Prada.
And you're like 20
well, I don't
years
eat
old
anything.
when
your
body's
You're
already-
gonna pass out.
Right, I was already really skinny, but girls are so
Right.
The comparison of
It's
everybody is
insane.
you're not skinny
Yes.
enough, you're not
Right,
skinny
right, right,
enough.
right,
So
right,
it's
right.
like, yeah, I
The
did
diet,
that.
the diet.
You were supposed to do it for 3 days.
And did you last 3
I
days
think
on
I
that?
lasted like 2.5 days, and I didn't lose any weight.
Well, I would say because if
Didn't
you're
lose any weight.
Your body's starving, so it went down in survival
Yeah,
mode.
That's what
right.
happened.
It
It
holds
was
on to
stupid.
everything.
I was like, why did I just suffer through this? And then
That
I
is
didn't even
stupid.
lose any weight.
Stupid.
Was it Sex and the City that had the one where the guy was eating? He would chew it 4 times and spit it out.
Wow.
Ew.
I've definitely seen
Was it-
that, but I don't know if it was a Sex and the
Some
City
movie or some
episode.
TV show. I remember back in like
You just spit it
2005
out.
or something where the guy would. He's like, I don't swallow it. I just chew it.
I've
for a
done
little
that
bit.
too, but it's
Really?
gross. Oh my
It's
God.
almost like
Yeah, I
a wine
can't. That-
tasting, and you have the little spittoon.
You're not doing that in front of anybody.
No.
Well, that guy was doing it in the movie.
I know,
the
that's-
show. He was doing it like at a
That
restaurant.
sounds like an eating disorder.
Sounds
Sounds
like my
awful.
child right now. That's what he does.
Spits it out.
He literally, we had pizza last night. He ate a whole slice and then he asked for more. So we give it to him. We give it to him and he puts it in his mouth, chews it and then spits it out. And we're like, okay, maybe that bite was weird. No, he did it 4 different times. I was like, oh my God,
Did he
dude,
ever pick
you're
up
not getting any of
Did
it.
you ever pick it up and eat it again?
Ew,
No,
Eric.
thankfully
Pre-chew.
not.
I've seen kids do that. They just-
Misty tries to get it though. If it falls on the floor, it's like
fair game.
fair game.
Okay.
Well, I want to know what happened at your lunch yesterday. Because
Yeah,
really,
Eric.
my leftover story was that 12% of people would just refuse to take leftovers home, as opposed to 51% who always take a box.
It's not that long, but it's a short story. Basically, a friend that we all know, we've
Yeah.
worked with, and they're unemployed right now.
Okay.
And they just want to do, catch up and stuff. And this person's awesome. So I'm like, yeah, let's do it. So we were going to I was going to go to the gym and then meet him like half hour later at Adair in Speedway, Buffalo Speedway area.
Adair Kitchen.
You get Adair Kitchen.
They came in here for
So-
Shy
I'm
Tuesday.
thinking my friend Adair.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
I know.
What's
Positive
it?
Play program
Yes,
in Texas
I'm
Children's.
like, she's back from maternity leave,
yeah,
by the way.
Melman's mom.
Love
so
you.
I said, okay, I'll meet you there at 12:30. So I get there at 12:28. I'm like, all right. Looking around, it's like 12:32. I'm like, oh man, am I at the wrong one? Because I think there might be a few others. I'm not sure.
Uh-huh.
I looked up the address and I had to go, just text her. Hey, I'm already here. Are you on your way? She said, oh, I'm already here. By the bar area and the counter area. She's in this seat. I'm like, really? And I looked, there's a partition there in a way. So I went around, I saw her, and she was already eating her lunch.
What?
Like,
How did she order so fast?
I guess
get the food?
maybe she got there at 12:10 or something.
Is it a
it's one of those places
self-service or a-
you order it and then they give you a number.
Okay.
Okay.
And you go to your seat.
Now,
So
did
she
you
already
do
had the
the
food. So
inviting?
that takes at least 10 minutes.
Yeah.
So she must have got there like at 12:05 or something. I wasn't expecting her to pay. If anything, I was.
Did
I
you
was gonna
invite
pay.
her or did she invite you?
she invited me. Well, we were just talking. She's like, hey, we should meet up because
For lunch.
she's doing stuff with kids' meals too. And
Oh, nice,
I want to
fun.
bring them in the studio to help them out next week.
Kids
And-
meals.
It's a faux pas.
So, but I was like,
Well, unless she's
I was like,
pregnant
but we
and
had
just
fun. We were there
starving
for
and
2
saying, sorry,
hours.
I got to order my food and I got to eat right now. That's kind of odd to go to a self-service place and not wait
I
for
would
the
have bought
person
her.
to
I would
self-service together.
She just would have waited. I would have bought the meal.
I don't think she
There's this-
cares about the.
No, we were just BS.
Yeah,
She was there.
but it is a little awkward because you're like, okay,
You're already halfway done. Now I got to eat
I'll
my
be back.
steak
Yeah.
By
sandwich.
the time I get my meal, I'll be eating alone
Right.
because you'll be finished.
By the way, their steak sandwich. Wow, it's like a ribeye and they put it like a panini press with avocado and some other stuff. Homemade chips. It's like $13.
I've never heard of this restaurant.
17 went to.
Oh, yeah, Dear Kitchen, they came for Trite Tuesday.
No, but I mean, I haven't seen it out and about. Like, what part of town did you say?
Well, they have multiple
It's right over by
locations.
where Viatopia used to be, and where
On
Kroger's.
Buffalo Speedway?
Yeah, right over there.
Okay.
That was a good meal, but I was like, okay, now I got to wait for my meal. This is weird.
Where'd you order? Oh, yeah, you ordered the steak sandwich. That take a long time?
It is awkward.
No, I haven't done long, but it's.
Yeah.
I'm just like, that's weird.
Because you think that you would
12:30
meet together, then walk up, order together,
I
Yeah,
don't think I'd do that.
then go sit and wait for the food to come and it comes at the same time.
Yes.
unless you got there early, but
I would
You wanna just
if I
kill
was
time?
really starving, because maybe we wake up really early, and if you're going to meet somebody for lunch and you're starving, I would have texted somebody and said, listen, I hope you don't mind, but I just have to order the food. I got to get something in
Yeah.
my tummy.
Hey, do you want me
so
to
when
get
you
you
come
something?
here, do you know what you want? I could order at the same time.
Yes, that's what I would have done.
Because
I didn't want them to pay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but still, that's what I would have done so that you.
I just went up to
don't
go,
look-
big mistake. I would have bought your meal.
Yeah.
It's time for What's Going Down in H-Town on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.
104.1 KRBE.
KidsMealsInc.org, by the way, I want to give them a shout out since Eric talked about them. KidsMealsInc.org, right there on their front page. You can volunteer to help them make sandwiches and lunches, or you can donate because every $2 you give feeds a child.
That's awesome. Houston Rockets are back in the
Yeah.
NBA playoffs for the first time in 5 years after beating the Jazz 143-105. Rockets' last playoff appearance was during the 2019-2020 season.
Sorry, did you think the score was 143 to 105 yesterday?
Yeah, 143,
It could have
105.
been higher.
It was a blowout.
They took the starters out again, like in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, why tire them out?
What is that? 143 points? Is that like
That
the
was
highest
fun.
scoring game
There
ever?
was like
That's
chucking up
really
threes.
high.
A rookie in the last 6 minutes he got like 5 threes.
Oh, my
This
gosh.
dude's on
Oh my
fire.
God!
It was their
they won by almost
50th
40
win.
points.
And something was really cool. If you've been following them, I watched the Rockets even when they were
Yeah,
turds.
you've been watching them for a long time.
To see Şengün and Jalen Green laughing, and there's a photo of them too. They're like hugging, just smiling.
Camaraderie.
For 4 years, think about it, they had to eat it. 15 win season, 21 wins, 21 wins. Last year, finally 41, didn't make the playoffs. This year, 15. They still got 5 games left.
Yeah, isn't that amazing?
How many games total in season? 89 or something? 90?
82.
82, okay.
So that was their 50th win. Have you guys
that's a lot
seen the Montrose Bridge lights might be going back on? City officials say work is underway to restore the lighting.
Is that an April Fool's story?
No.
Okay.
The lights
Just double checking.
are being repaired. They were installed back in 2017 by Houston First. They were unreliable. Mayor Whitmire has basically said, no, we're not going to fund this. But I guess they've arranged for private funding. And now the lights, they're going to try and get them back on that bridge.
What's going
LEDs
on?
aren't that expensive,
Yeah, I don't know
Why
what.
are they supposed to be cheaper than regular?
right?
And what's going on with that bike lane too? Somewhere in the city where they said armadillo speed bumps or something. They took them off,
out.
and now there's a bunch of bike people protesting and
Because
Oh,
they
that's
feel like
in
they're going to get
Montrose.
hit
Yeah.
because there used to be a separation.
the little
to keep
bumps
the
that didn't
cars.
look like armadillos.
The little bumps would keep
they
the
ping
bike
them?
lanes separate from the regular lane. So if you hit that, you would know you're going
I think
into a
that's why
bike
people
lane.
complained.
Ooh.
What stretch of...
Is it Montrose?
There's a couple different stretches. There is not only one on 11th Street, there's one downtown as well. And I think the one that was downtown is the one they're upset about today.
I just saw the people out there protesting. I'm like, wow.
People
Where were they?
driving
Where
their
did you
bikes.
see them protesting?
Oh, was it? I mean, I saw it on TV.
Oh, on TV.
You know,
okay.
you watch it for 2 seconds. I'm like, what's going on here? They're talking about
It seems like it
the
was
road boobies. What they call those
downtown.
things.
Road
Yeah.
boobies?
Yeah,
These are more like...
that's what they call it.
They're
or
not
something else.
round. These are more like...
They said armadillo ones. So did
longer-
they make these look like an armadillo to be cute?
Well, you know the
No.
the size of it is not
pretty big.
just a round bump.
It's like a
It's
big
about
ball.
it's about a
bowling ball, like a half a bowling ball, right?
It's like a foot long and
Yeah.
about 3 inches wide.
It's black and white striped, right?
Yeah, that's.
I've seen them yellow.
Yeah, I've seen the black and
some-
white striped ones.
Because people drive over them all the time.
Yeah, you can drive over them, but you're going to know it. That way you know if you're going to hit a
somebody.
bicyclist,
Right,
right?
Yeah.
So
Oh, wow.
I don't know why they took them out.
I don't know. Let the people ride their bikes.
Right.
Yeah, that's what's going down in
Need
H-Town.
exercise.
we need this. We get our app, bring our food home from restaurants or leftovers.
And then let it sit in the fridge and die because you didn't eat it. Coming up next, Roses is about to happen. That's where you have questions in your relationship, and we help find you the answers if your mate's cheating or not. Next on the Roula and Ryan Show with Eric.